What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for being here. This is probably going to be, and I realize my mic is real hot. Let me turn that down here. This is probably one of the most exciting streams I've ever had the pleasure of coming on and being here for. So, as you can see in the title, this is a monumental day for myself. This is a monumental day for the last year and a half's worth of work, because really that's what it's been. And today in this stream, I'm going to be unveiling the 3-day window that is, you could call like a launch period, where any time in those 3 days, the protocol that I've been building for the last year and a half called TORUS.win will launch sometime in that period. Now, before we get there, I want to talk about a few things. We're going to get to what is Torus. So if you're just tuning in for the first time to my channel or on the TORUS.win channel or here on X as well, and you've never heard of Torus before, stay tuned, because I'm going to tell the story of what led to Torus and how we ended up here today, because I think this is a big moment. And I really want to reflect and just take time to appreciate how things unfold sometimes. Then I'm going to get into the DApp, and I'm going to do a quick overview. And once we're done that, then we're going to make sure we're at the right amount of comments, reposts, and likes on a tweet that I have on X, or a post, I guess you could say, on X, to make sure that we can actually get there. So where do we even begin with Torus? Holy moly. So it all starts going back to the early days, 2021 of Hex. I got obsessed. I started modeling. I started building all sorts of spreadsheets. I started trying to figure out how all of this Hex thing worked. And that led me to Hedron and Icosa. And I had no intention of building. And TitanX came along. I began learning TitanX again, building out models, building out data, understanding them in depth, learning about the mechanics, learning about what did work, what wasn't working as well as we thought it was going to, how things were playing out. And then one fateful day, someone came on stream and asked me what I would like to see built on TitanX, because Torus is built on top of TitanX. It is on ETH, on the Ethereum chain, built on top of TitanX. But on one fateful day, someone came into a stream and asked me, what would I like to see built on TitanX? And first thing that came out was, I would like to see someone utilize the ETH aspect of TitanX to have a supply that revolves around incoming ETH. So I started building this thing, and I started putting together what I didn't know where I was going. And next thing you know, I had developed what looked to be a call option on TitanX, as well as a put option, meaning you could basically leverage the two systems, because they turned out to be twin systems at the time, that would leverage the ETH coming into the system to issue supply, depending on if there's less or more. Now, I'm not going to get into it because it's not really super important. But I actually really thought this was something cool here, and I loved it. And sorry, my mic is still really quite hot. And so I really wanted to build this thing, but between the cost and being uncertain about exactly how it would go, I actually let it go completely. I posted the white paper. I posted everything that I had, all the modeling, everything, in a group chat. And I told them, hey guys, I know you can build this if you want to, go for it. And I walked away completely. And in that moment, right then, right there, literally as soon as I pressed the send, I got it to walk away, and the idea for Torus came into my mind. And I immediately went back to the computer, scrambled to delete everything, and began going to work. And that was later last summer. So actually probably around a year from today, honestly. And so 6 months up to that point where I was designing this other thing, I gave up. And then boom, the idea for Torus came, and the whole staking side, and this two-door to a supply concept came in. And through talking with Jake Sharp, the founder of TitanX, Eric from Dragon X, from brainstorming with a ton of other people. We've now been, it's been almost a year since that switch of taking the idea and bringing it into reality. So this is an extraordinary special day because Torus is a hybrid of everything that I've been studying over the past, well, since 2021, late 2020, when I actually got in. I started looking into crypto. And so here we are. I honestly never thought we'd be here. I never thought I would have a protocol that I couldn't be more proud to be and thankful to be able to launch. And what else can I say? I mean, I almost left at one point. If you're not new to the channel, you'll know. For those of you that are here that have seen my content for quite some time, I almost walked away. I didn't know where I was, what I was doing, what was up, what was down, why I was here. I was confused because I don't operate on views. I don't work well when I'm not operating from a creative internal source. And so I am so thankful I didn't leave, because life is full of twists and turns, and going from almost leaving completely, like, I just don't even want to be here anymore, all the way to being here on this stream right now, about to share with you guys the launch window for a protocol that I built and, well, designed. Obviously I have a dev team that did it for me, that built it all on the back end for me, but you know what I'm saying. So this is an unbelievable moment. And I see a few people in here, so I'm just going to quickly check in, and then we're going to go look at the DApp. I'm going to give you a quick overview. I don't want this to take more than another 5 or so minutes in total. And then we're going to get right into the launch window, the dates that it will launch within. I'm not going to tell you the time at all for any reason. So I'm just thankful to have all of you here, all of the support that Torus has seen over the past year and the last 6 months since it's gone public. So this is pretty exciting. So real quickly, XAI, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Krill, my man, thank you. Or Krill. Darko OX, man, it's great to see you. And let's go. Make the start of wave 3 and cut that beard. I could trim it up. I actually had been thinking about trimming it, to be honest. I'm not cutting it. This is a part of me now. You know, it's like cutting off my arm, and I'm not doing that. I guess trimming your arm's also kind of weird, so maybe I won't use that analogy. Anyways, moving on. Brad Cook, welcome. Let's go, broski. Thank you for being here, man. And much love to you, Kirill. And Damien's here as well. Stoked. Darko, also, I'm really appreciating your sentiment over the last while. I feel like you've come alive a little bit more. It's great to see. So I'm really glad to see that you're doing better. And cheers, man. Cheers to everyone. We're almost out of this damn bearish sentiment, I'm telling you guys. So let's quickly go over to the DApp while we are waiting for the time to come to release the dates. And let me just share my screen. I just realized I almost started going on a tangent, and I'm not even sharing the screen yet. So share screen. I think it's this one. Yep. Bada bing, bada boom. So what I'm about to show you is not the DApp that you're going to see. Well, it's the DApp, but it's not mainnet. So again, everything that I'm showing you here is just testnet. Okay. So it's not real. The prices aren't real. This is just like a fake version of exactly what you'll see on the day. So Torus, as a quick overview for all of you who don't know what Torus is and are maybe just joining, this is the first time you've actually tuned into a stream for Torus. I want to make sure that you know what this is, because this is something special. This is something that I believe has the capacity to do amazing things over this bull. And if I can get this across to you guys, I think you're going to really be almost as excited as I am. Because, I mean, this is really close to home. So this is the most excited I've been about something in this space ever. So good luck competing with that. But you could try. I would love that, actually. So Torus. Now, Torus truly is the first of its kind on the blockchain. Why do I say that? Because typically a protocol like even Titanx or Hex or Hedron and Icosa, mining or staking protocols, there's typically, even if they've combined two mechanics like mining or staking, they're two different actions with two different incentive structures and two different systems. And you have to understand completely different game theory or like decision making in order to decide to go to this one or this one, right? To stake or to mine or whatever. And so this kind of out of sync mechanic nature doesn't really breed necessarily the healthiest market after, both these or the mining side of things typically starts slowing down and people are in profit. Because like we've seen with Titan X, like we've seen with Hyper, Hydra, and this isn't shade. This is just the truth. People are in profit in mining. And so people sell the compound and the price goes down. And then because people don't want to stake necessarily to lock up for 10 years, or in the case of Hex, 15 years, there's people don't want to, people can wait 280 days. People can wait 88 days. 15 years is a long time. 10 years is a really long time. And so truly the first of its kind on the blockchain is talking about that, where it's the first time where you have an action similar to mining, where you can make tokens or create tokens for putting in either ETH or Titan X. And you're also going to be able to stake on the other side, but both actions get you entrance into the same pool that you can earn from. And that really makes creating or staking so incentivized and for you to be able to get yield. And this is the beauty of it. There's never been two harmonized actions that enter a central point with so much potential for the users. Now, there's a lot to this, a lot of little features, a lot of small difficulty mechanics, but let's go into the dApp and I want to show you how simple this is. Okay. Now, when we come here right now, you're going to see a few things. ETH is going to be unavailable and you're going to see ROIs and prices and metrics. This is all based on the current participation in testnet and the current time, which is probably 1,200 and some odd. Yeah, almost 1,300 days into the future. So this is really how simple Torus is. When you come to the dApp, all you need to do is scroll down. You need to look at the ROI here, click stake, the ROI here, compare the two ROIs, figure out what you want to do about it, and then you either come down and click create, come down and click stake, and you're done. The only thing you need to show up with to play this game is to come here with either Titan X or just ETH. If this is your first time hearing about Titan X, you just need ETH. Show up with ETH on the day. You're going to select your power, which is essentially like if you watch the deposit size here. If I shrink this power down to 1,000, now the deposit size has gone down by tenfold. So if I go up to a maximum of 1 million, then I can put in up to 1 trillion Titan X. So you can put in as much or as little as you want, and you can create as many of these as you like as well, either stakes or creations. And this is really how simple Torus is. You don't need to be a rocket scientist. It's designed to be beautiful. It's designed to be simple. And I wanted it so your grandparents or your great-grandparents could even figure this damn thing out and enjoy the process, okay? All of your data is going to be down here so you can see, and you're even going to be able to share your ROIs. You're going to be able to claim them all in one batch claim. You're going to be able to look at your ended creations and click share, which, let's go to this one. See, I could take a screenshot here and I could share this on X or wherever I want to post this and let people know I'm winning over here. TORUS.win, I'm winning. And this is really how simple Torus is designed to be. It's designed to, over time, get more and more difficult, very, very similar to Bitcoin, but have all the latest and greatest features combined into one harmonized or under one harmonized roof that's just never been done before. And I cannot tell you how excited I am. So this is it. Now, let me just check in the chat real quick here. And let's see here. We've got random number. Thanks for being here. Looking forward to launch. Mocha Floor, welcome, welcome. Tank, my man. Darko OX, thanks, man, for kind words in the past and now. Looking forward for the success of Torus. Your positivity and energy deserves it. Thank you, man. I think this whole ecosystem deserves some success. And, if Torus can help lead the way on that in some way or be a part of that, then fantastic. But regardless, this is going to be a lot of fun. So, say thank you for your emojis and your comments. Game over. My man, Fast Abdul. Welcome, man. Good to see you here. You're always in it for the tech, and you will like this tech because this is very techy. This is very tech heavy, but it's also very simple. So if you haven't already, my man, you always hit me up too. I'm happy to chat with you about it whenever. I'm going to be doing spaces, streams all the time. So, and I know you like pulse chain stuff. So if there's, or not if there is going to be a version of this that you may or may not have already heard about coming to Pulse Chain. I think you're going to like this. We should chat. DeFi DGen, my man. Good to see you, man. Perfect for winners. Not financial advice, but I happen to agree. Annika, great to have you here. Thank you so much. So, I don't know. Are you guys ready to hear the launch date? Do you guys want to know when Torus is launching? Is that important to you? I don't know. I'm going to wait in the chat. I see Dan says let her rip. I don't know. What are we at for metrics on the post that I made on X yesterday? Because that was the thing. On X, we needed 50 comments, we needed 75 reposts, and we needed 100 likes. So let's just see here. Where are we at with this? And I'm going to share. I'll share this here. I'll go here. Shout out to Axiom X. What are we at? We're at, oh, this isn't the right one. What am I doing? Okay, we're going to go back here. Here it is. 61. Okay. How are we doing on likes? I don't know how many likes we have here, but okay. Yes, sir. Kirill, Hex Down Under, Beards on Fire. It's come a long ways. It's just, yeah, it's death. Oh my God. I had that baby face for a couple years, but now I ain't going back. There's no way. Yes, edge of my seats. Here we go. All right, here's the thing. I'm going to post this in here, into this tweet, into the chat. I want everyone to go and I want everyone to repost it, like this stream. And when this hits, where is it? 50 comments? Where are we at right now? I think we're 47. 3 comments on this post, and it's go time. I don't know if I even have the patience, honestly, but we'll see. Oh, man, I don't even want to wait. But patience, as someone wiser than I probably would say. So, you know what, though? Okay, let's see. 2 notifications coming in hot. You know what? I can't wait. Okay, let's go back to the Torus app. All right, guys. So, the official Torus launch window, meaning Torus is going to launch with 100% certainty between July 9th and July 11th. Anytime between those 3 days, Torus can launch. So that is anywhere from 6 to 10 days from now, or 6 to 9 days from now. July 3rd, 9. That's interesting. July 3rd, 6 days from now, or 9 days from now. 369? I did not plan that. At 222. Are you kidding me? It's 222. Okay, now we're getting carried away with the numbers here. But that's crazy. That's pretty wild. I didn't plan that at all. That was pretty cool. At 222. My God. July 9th to 11th. That's your window for Torus. So between 6 and 9 days from now, TORUS.win will officially be live. It'll be rocking and rolling. And this is going to be amazing. There's going to be so much to talk about when this thing goes live. And until then, I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to be in the Telegram. I'm going to be on Spaces like a madman. So today is the start of something special where TitanX and its entire ecosystem sees the beginning of a resurgence. So if you guys are loving this stream, please share it out. Please blast out the launch dates for Torus and start talking to people. Start telling people about what you're excited about. And man, I just can't believe we're here. I am actually speechless. And I think this is perfect timing too. You know, I really do feel as though we're on the precipice of so much for BTC, so much for ETH, and then so much for altcoins. And the resurgence, I believe, is going to be magical. And It's going to be something to behold, in my opinion. And I still can't believe we're here. So July 9th to 11th, those are the dates. TORUS.win's about to go live. And now you know what I'm going to do, because I want this to not be a super long stream. I'm going to open up the floor for anyone that wants to ask questions. And here's a question for you guys, because I'm trying to come up with the best marketing that we can for the community. So I got spaces. I want to do regular spaces, morning Telegram voice chats. So if you're not in the Telegram group, what are you doing with yourself? Go to the description below or go to t.me/TORUS.win, and you can come into the chat, come to the VCs, which are going to be daily. Weekends, I'm still figuring some stuff out because I might have to change those around, but you'll always see the next day's call in advance. And so come into the Telegram, join us in there. We're going to have daily conversations, and I want to get all of you educated because there's a whole hell of a lot to learn about Torus. And this simplistic overview that I've given you today is just that, very simple. So if you want simplicity, great. If you want game theory, complexity, and all that, you're going to have a heyday with this as well, because there is so much going on with Torus. But that being said, I was going to ask you guys, how do you guys feel about, there is a Hexakin hangout. What about a Titan hangout on Friday nights, or maybe Thursdays or Saturday nights or something like that? We do the Titans hangout or hang with the Titans. That's kind of cool, actually. That, and have it be a community stream where I come on and anyone that's in the Titan community can come on, hang out. We can talk Titan X. We can talk macro. We can talk Torus. We can talk life. We can talk philosophy, spirituality, whatever, health, anything. I think that would be really cool. Be a fun way to kind of rally the community and get to know one another. I know you guys know me better than I know all of you, because I've maybe spoken to a small handful of you guys, on my own, which I want to change. I want to get to know you guys more. So this is going to be fun, man. We're entering into the age of Torus. So if you guys have any other marketing ideas too, please let me know. If you have any other people you'd like me to reach out, whether it's influencers, whether it is anyone that you think would be an asset to be communicating with that I'm unaware of, maybe I haven't done it already, please let me know. And now's the time, guys, for your questions. I'm going to give this about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. I don't want to go too long. And then let's head on out. Let's enjoy our Thursday. And I got a whole lot to take care of, so I don't want to take up too much of my own precious time today, seeing as how I have a lot to do. And you can expect another stream very soon. So, like I said, guys, Annika says, cool. Okay, great. Yeah, this is what I was thinking. I think it'd be cool to have something like that. I'm down with the Titan Hangout. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I think the more I think about it, that'd be really cool to have a community stream where anyone could come on just once a week. Everything else is streamlined and it's information dense. It's got lots of value. But then we have one day a week where it's for the community. 6 days of the week are for outreach, 1 day of the week for community. I think that's pretty cool. Maybe it's on Sundays with after the Titan X spaces with Plan A. I don't know. Just thinking out loud here, but something like that could be pretty good. So, Vane, welcome. Good to have you here. Excuse me. Why the choice behind such a large initial liquidity? Well, the initial liquidity, 200 billion, is, I believe, only $26,000 at this point. I believe it's around that, $26,000, $27,000, $28,000 total in Titan X. So it's not that much, really. So a total liquidity will be around 56,000 if we're taking today's prices, which today's prices are based on, not likely to be accurate necessarily. So let's look at what the price of Titan X is real quick. I think it's still around 6.014, which means, yeah, it should be about 28,000 in Titan X should come in. I think that we're going to hit that no problem. Like we could have done 5K and then just built it. But, I want to have more liquidity as soon as possible. So there's stability in the protocol, because it's oh yeah, that's true actually. Yeah, my 200 billion is still 200K. Hey, I think we're going back there soon, but luckily right now, yeah, that's we're a ways from that so far. So it should be fairly easy. Should be. So, and man, I don't think we're too far away from 200 billion being worth 200K. I really don't. And let me share the screen for TitanX, so I can explain to you kind of what I'm thinking here about and why I designed the liquidity the way I did. So with the liquidity, I wanted there to be, I didn't want to be 5 or 10,000 in liquidity. I wanted there to be a large amount so that when this thing launches, if people do decide they want to stake, which to each their own, that's all I'll say. Or people want to play other games, people want to provide liquidity, whatever you want to do. Or if it's just a better starting point, right? You're able to build up faster when you can inject a larger amount of liquidity right away as your starting pool, and then just build it. And so that was my why I designed everything the way that it was, and it's why we have the buy and build as well, because I want to keep this thing growing and growing and growing in terms of its liquidity. And right now, I mean, to me, let's look at the wrapped ETH chart, because this is the really important one. The USD chart is important, but this is the one that really tells the story, in my opinion. And this is looking like sideways action here that is potentially signifying a bottom. I've said that very line before, so take that with a grain of salt. But this is the exact region that we've already been, which was a bottom, which means that even if we climb a little bit from here, or let's just say we don't move from there, but ETH is moving and we climb up in price, because ETH to me doesn't look like it's going to go any lower anytime soon, which means that same liquidity is going to get exponentially more valuable very quickly. And we're going to have very thick liquidity, most likely. And that means stability. And that's, to me, extremely important. So the sooner we can get to $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 in liquidity into Torus, as TitanX is going up, the sooner it's going to have millions in liquidity and provide substantial stability and reliability for the performance of the protocol, which is super important to me, because this is one thing that I want to make clear to people watching is, I think that, well, the protocol is important. It's everything in terms of, if it's not there, there's nothing to use, right? But what's more important than the protocol is, in my opinion, the users, and giving users the best experience possible. And that's why I designed Torus the way that I did. I designed it so that way there's never a stuck moment. If the price comes down a little bit, you can still stake your tokens, and you're not having to lock up for 10 years or 5 years or anything crazy. It's the exact same amount of time that you would have to choose maximum to create. And this means that you're never stuck. And whenever you're playing in the system, you're always contributing to the liquidity and the burning and the deflation of the supply, which also helps the price chart, right? And injects value back in. So this is my focus. I really want you guys to absolutely get the most. I want all of us to get the most out of Torus, and to be user-centric as much as it is protocol-centric. But those two need to hold almost the same level of importance in this protocol. All right, so let's see. Speaker Freaker, what is up, my man? Thanks for being here. And also, quick shout out to Kevin Light Up, Crypto for the Rest of Us. Good to see you, man. It's been a minute since I've seen your name, so I'm hoping you're doing well. Hell to the yeah. So what are we having to swap in with to get into Torus? I've been aware of Torus, just not been up to date. Is it TitanX we have to have? You can use TitanX, but you can also just show up with ETH. And you don't have to do any swapping. You don't have to do anything other than show up with ETH on the day. If you are already holding TitanX, fantastic. But you can just hold ETH and just show up. And when you come to the DApp here, you're going to be able to see this tab. Now, it's unavailable on testnet, but when mainnet goes live, you're going to be able to click over here, and it's going to bring this bar over to ETH, and then it will allow you to generate or basically play ball with ETH on mainnet. And then you can earn your ROI via, and this is the same for staking. because there is a deposit fee for staking as well as for creating. Creating requires a full deposit, and staking only requires a small deposit in addition to what you're staking in Torus tokens. So I hope that's making sense. And I want it to be as simple as possible so you guys and new people don't have to know what Titan X is. They don't have to care about Titan X. All they have to do is want to play ball in Torus, and they can just bring ETH. So I hope that made sense. I hope this is simple as I can make it. Brad Cook, thank you, man. Hell yeah, my G. Thank you for being here. And with that, guys, I appreciate that. I wanted this to be, I wanted this whole protocol to be streamlined, simple, beautiful, eye-catching, have all the elements for a memorable and shareable viral protocol. No idea if it's going to achieve that, but this is that come to life. So we'll see. I'm really excited. We're 6 to 9 days away now for TORUS.win's official launch. Man, I can't believe I'm saying that out loud. But okay, great. Speaker Freaker sure does. Thank you. Fantastic. Okay, guys, I'm going to end the stream there. If you haven't already in your if you're new to Torus, go to Torus.win. You're going to be able to see the white paper there. You can check out the docs and check out all. This is the full technical breakdown of it. But if you want to see how Torus actually operates, go to the testnet section in the white paper. You're going to be able to go and play with testnet itself, see how it works, press all the buttons, get familiar with it without losing any of your actual real world funds or gaining actual real world funds. It's basically just going to be play to understand what Torus is. And that being said, I am so damn excited, you guys. This is going to be fun. Welcome to the age of Torus. This is going to be something special. So thank you all. And I will see all of you guys in the next one. And be on the watch. If you're on X or you're on YouTube right now, watch on X tonight. There may be a space coming around. I'm going to see if I can get time to do that. It might only be a 30 or 40 minute or an hour space, but I want to make this regular. So thank you guys for watching, and gals, and have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon.